All right, everyone, welcome back to TNT Digital Mindset. Today, we're cutting through the noise and zeroing in on the digital trends that actually matter. I've leveraged advanced AI to distill the latest research into clear, actionable insights, so we can focus on strategy, not fluff. Let's get started.
All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about three incredibly powerful forces that are shaping our future and, honestly, creating wealth faster than anything we've ever seen. If you want to understand where the real opportunities are today, well, this is it.
Have you ever had that feeling, that sinking feeling in your stomach when you realize you've just missed out on something big? It's kind of like showing up at the train station just in time to see your train pulling away. In a world that's moving this fast, it's a feeling a lot of us are having.
And look, the person whose story inspired this whole breakdown, he felt the exact same way. He's the first to admit he showed up late to all three of these game-changing trends. But here's the really good news. Feeling late and being too late are two totally different things. It's not too late, but you absolutely have to understand what's going on right now.
So what are these three forces? Well, think of them less as just trends and more as powerful levers. Levers that give you a massive advantage. When you use them the right way, they can unlock a kind of leverage for building wealth that just wasn't possible before. Let's break them down.
First up, content. I know, it might sound like old news, but the creator we're talking about made a classic mistake here. He totally underestimated its power. Get this, he started a YouTube channel way back in 2007, but he didn't even turn on the monetization for 15 years, because he just didn't realize it was an option. He was creating all this value, but was completely missing the leverage.
So what do you think happened when he finally flipped that switch? Well, his YouTube ad revenue alone, just the ads, exploded to an average of $55,000 a month. That right there is the compounding power of consistent content. It's proof that even if you feel like you're way behind, the potential is just enormous.
Okay, now let's talk about the tool that can supercharge everything, artificial intelligence. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. AI is here, right now. It's a practical tool that can totally change how you work, how you research, how you create. It's the ultimate force multiplier.
And this is where AI really becomes a game changer. It can cut down your research and creation time by like 95%. I mean, just think about that for a second. What could you get done if you could achieve 10 times more in the exact same amount of time? That's the kind of leverage we're talking about with AI.
And our final lever, this is the one that a lot of people still find pretty confusing: cryptocurrency. And hey, the creator we're following admits he was a huge skeptic at first. His own son told him about Bitcoin way back in 2012, but he just dismissed it. At the time, he thought, this just makes no sense. It's a classic case of missing the bigger picture.
This analogy just absolutely nails it, doesn't it? But it's actually even deeper than that. See, crypto is built on something called blockchain, which creates this secure, decentralized network. What that really means is that no single bank or government is in control. It's a massive shift that starts to put financial power back into your hands. Okay, so we've got these three incredible tools, right? Content, AI, and crypto. But, and this is a huge but, before you even think about diving in, there's a critical warning you need to hear. Because with great power, with all this leverage, comes great risk. And these tools are no exception.
Yeah, the unfortunate reality is that scammers are now using these exact same tools, content, AI, and crypto, to take advantage of people on a massive scale. It's kind of like the digital Wild West out there, and you really need to be prepared for what you're up against.
And AI is the perfect example of this double-edged sword. On one hand, it's an incredible asset, but in the wrong hands, it can be used to literally steal your identity. The creator we've been talking about has had his voice, his image, his entire likeness cloned by AI, and then used in a whole wave of sophisticated scams. It is a chilling reminder of the dangers that we're all facing.
So this is what a modern scam looks like. These aren't simple emails anymore. Scammers are running these complex campaigns using fake profiles, AI-generated content, and bogus crypto schemes. They prey on people's trust, and honestly, they often get away with it because the platforms themselves just can't keep up. That's why it is so important for you to be able to spot the red flags.
This is the big question, right? When the potential rewards are so high, but the risks are just so real, what do? I mean, you can't really afford to just ignore all this stuff, but you also can't afford to be reckless. So, what's the path forward?
Well, the answer isn't about becoming a world-renowned expert overnight.
It's about building something way more practical. It's about building a solid foundation of knowledge and skills. What we're really talking about here is competence, just having the ability to navigate this new world safely and effectively. And this is the most important point of all. You don't need to master AI, you don't need to become a crypto wizard or a viral content creator. You just need to learn enough to use these tools to your advantage and, just as importantly, to protect yourself from people who would use them against you. In this new world, competence is your armor.
So here's a really simple 3-step approach to guide you. Step 1. Investigate. Before you put a single dollar into anything, just invest your time to understand what's out there. Step 2. Develop competence. Use what you learn to build that solid foundation so you can spot the scams a mile away. And then, and only then, Step 3. Execute with confidence. Once you actually understand what's going on, you can finally move forward with real conviction.
This quote from our source really says it all. This is not about taking some blind leap of faith. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge so that you can make informed, confident decisions about your own future. You owe that to yourself.
So if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Don't let that fear of being late hold you back, but don't jump in blind either. Your single most important first step isn't to invest, it's to investigate. Start learning right now, separate the real signal from all the noise, and start taking control.
And that's our look at the 3 huge forces shaping your future. If you're ready to dive deeper and start building the competence you need for this new digital world, make sure you subscribe to TNT Digital Mindset. We share a lot more practical insights just like this.